I think the budget making process has always been nuanced and it has been improving with the passing year. I would attribute the improvement largely to discussions with stakeholders. Increasingly, government, right through the ranks, are open to discussing suggestions from the industry and all important stakeholders. I think that's a sign of matured system of governance. As far as expectation goes, I think India is in a good spot, in my opinion, because it has a large consuming market and it has enormous headroom for investments. I still feel infrastructure has miles to go. It's an underserviced sector because not very many players dominate that sector. Infrastructure, the key is to finish projects on time and within cost. And fortunately, I represent a company which does both consistently over so many years now. I think if India is to progress, I think we need to get more timely in terms of executing projects, more consistent in terms of pre-qualification, because sometimes the projects suffer because it is handed over to the lowest bidder, who need not necessarily be the best equipped technically. So I think the space is evolving, and as you can see now, larger and larger projects are beginning to be conceived and put out. And I am very hopeful that in the next 20 years, if India has to become a developed economy by 2047, infrastructure has a lot of role to play. And I think the government is seized of this. And I am hopeful that they will allocate adequate resources in the budget to be able to do that. As against 1,10,000, 1,11,000 crores, possibly a 10% increase over that is what I am anticipating. But that's at a personal level. We'll have to wait and watch as to how the math plays out. The tax collections have been robust. The consumption demands have been good. The GST collections have been going up over the time. And the recent estimate of GDP also bears testimony to the growth momentum. There are a lot of challenges, several external and some internal, but I guess the country has enough firepower to be able to sustain. I think there is sufficient liquidity in the system to be able to raise money whenever there is a deserving project. Private sector capex will not be as sizable as government capex because of just the scope and the span of investments. But private sector capex will be very focused. I think there will be industries that will invest to grow. We've been seeing that happening in the automobile industry, in the construction equipment industry, steel, for example. And I think minerals and metals will do well. I think semiconductor, electronics industry will do well. So there are some sectors which are actually investment prone. They will actually play along and complement the investments the government has to make. So I am not really worried about crowding out of private sector asset because of the liquidity in the system. I think so long as we have a balance between pre-qualifying, technical competence and pricing capability, I don't think it can be one to the exclusion of other. It has to be balanced. There is a qualitative based pricing mechanism that the government has been advising all its departments to follow, which means that the pre-qualification is not purely L1. It is weightage to merit for completion as well as weightage to the price competitiveness. So as long as this balance is maintained, I think good companies should emerge L1 in most of the good projects. See, I think the order book is the other side of the coin on investment, so I think order book will grow. As far as resources are concerned, it's a challenge. For the simple reason, I think construction is not a favored occupation today, considering the opportunities that are available. And secondly, I think with the government pushing the schemes such as local employment for 100 days, 125 days, and schemes such as those, is making people think twice before they uproot themselves from their place of nativity to another distant corner. I think pandemic changed a lot of mindset. I think people were working far away from their homes and they found it difficult to reach home in terms of crisis, in times of crisis. I think that has made a significant change the way people think about employment. So the best antidote to that would be to take projects more closer to their places of residency, which means you'll have to go deeper into the country, which is what I think the government is doing, which is what all of us are also trying to do. I think it's a good problem to have because we are trying to solve for growth and not for survival. And I think we will find a solution.